I'm Lynn White, Executive Director of Wesley Shelter, and we welcome you for a tour today, and thank you for your continued support of the United Way and all the important work that the agencies do in our community. Most of us could not do what we do without that support, so we appreciate all that you do to make it successful. Wesley Shelter is a domestic violence sexual assault response agency for Wilson County. Started in 1983 as a small outreach from First Methodist Church. It was a battered women and children's shelter. And over the years it's grown to encompass all comprehensive services for all victims of domestic violence. We know that domestic and sexual violence do not discriminate. It affects every age, sex, religion, gender, you name it, a socioeconomic level. So it's important that we're here to serve everyone. So I'm going to walk you through the building and talk about things as we go, and hopefully we'll cover everything. Thank you. This is our food pantry. Because we do provide 3 meals a day. Last year we had a record number of people in our house, 207 women and children, and for 4,883 nights and over 14,600 meals. So that takes a lot of food prep and a lot of food availability. Some of the people who've come to us have been struggling financially, so we're able to make sure that they have adequate food. All of this is donated. We have a very generous community that helps us in so many ways, and so we're able to provide the meals at the house. We create a grocery list each week to make sure that we have adequate food supply, make sure it's culturally sensitive, make sure if someone has special needs that we're able to do that. The other great thing about the food pantry is that sometimes people come in and they're struggling. If the abuser has maintained power and control and knows exactly how much money he's giving for groceries, and to know that the victim can't store some away to possibly move, that we've had people come in who just needed some help. And being able to do that and just pack up goods for them and send them on the way without having to complete lots and lots of paperwork is a real blessing to a lot of people. When moms come in, or dads, because again we serve both women and children who come in, and they're meeting with an advocate, or if they have an appointment with our therapist or attorney, we don't want children to have to hear all the details or the trauma that their moms experienced, or their dads, or they themselves might have experienced. We don't want to reiterate that. So we have Miss Liliana, who's able to keep the children in a room that's child friendly. We have the nursery component as well, which is good for when they're babies, and able to let them be children. You saw our reception area. Again, that's a child-friendly room for when we have group sessions with the children, to make sure that they're in a comfortable environment and one that's reassuring and safe. So another thing that's unique about our agency is the fact that we have a number of professionals tied to the agency through various grants. One is our therapist. And it's so incredibly important to have someone who can immediately access a therapist when they're in crisis. So one of the other areas that we're working really hard with is children. And our youth services educator is available to work with middle school girls and boys, high school youth groups, and the groups that come here to us for when their moms or dads are in the support group and they need some kind of activities. Years ago they were sort of not really wanting to be here, or came in with a phone, or just sort of lost. But the youth services person has created a curriculum where they interact, they have fun. She teaches a lesson within that curriculum. So now the kids love to come. And so that's been a real important part of our program too. A playground, you never know. I mean, I have the privilege of working upstairs, and sometimes I can hear the kids laughing and just having a great time. They might be having an Easter egg party, they might be having a Halloween party, they might just be doing slip and slide, all kinds of fun things. So we're grateful to have our playground as a means of light, a means of fun. This is our administrative wing, and this is our attorneys here, as well as some of our advocates. We do a lot of the program work here. We have a resource library that's available for any of our clients or those we serve. Staff, if they need to do more research or some activities, we have this available. This is one of the favorite rooms in the house because it smells like little babies and it has all the goodies that many of us equate with happiness and joy. Unfortunately, one of the main and the primary causes of death in pregnant women is intimate partner violence. So it's a very stressful time for many. We have women who come to us who are pregnant, come into the safe house, or maybe we're working with them, and they need all of these things that you do need when you have a baby. So we're able to shower them with this, and school supplies for children. When Miss Lily's keeping a child downstairs, if there's a boo-boo, she can run upstairs and get something for them. Again, all of this is donated, and it takes a lot of coordination to make sure everything's in its place, and volunteers do help us with that as well as staff. But you can see the vast array. A lot of shelters don't have this, and so we're really thankful to be able to help our clients, and this is again through the generosity of our community. Our computer lab was created years ago when Brittany Willis was raped and murdered in this community, and our whole community was just devastated. A friend of hers wanted to create something in her memory that would live on and would help people, and so she created this computer lab. This room is sort of a catch-all in that we've got toiletries, which, you know, when people have had to run for their lives, they don't have time to pack a bag, or they may not have the resources to be able to have that. So having all the things that you would need if you were at home at our safe house, as well as for those that we work with. We also look for lots of free opportunities. The little night-night bags is from a project out of California. They make these wonderful little bags for shelter children, and all you have to do is just say, I'd like some. So whenever we're running low, I'll email and say, can we have some more of these? And they just send them to us. And each one's different. It could be for a boy or a girl, and usually has a little snuggly, a little book, and a blanket. Each one's a little different, and just to be able to welcome children into the safe house, it could be a scary time for them, and just to take a little of the stress off there.